The music news for the streets, the music news for your beats, the news for the music stuff that you gonna need. We gon' talk about plugins, we gon' talk about gear. If it's news on this music, we gon' talk about it here. Let's go.
Welcome to the music news for the streets. I'm your anchorman, hit the keys. Sorry I've been MIA for just a little bit. If you've been watching the live streams and stuff, you guys know that I threw my back out about a week and a half ago and I couldn't even like sit up straight. I was wearing a back brace. Don't need anybody to say, help you get better or nothing like that. I'm just letting you guys know where I have been. Today's newscast, we've got a bunch of stuff for you, some new plugins, some new MIDI controllers. I'm kind of going to cover some of the things that I've missed over the last week and a half. And they've been doing construction. So I've already recorded this video once today and I had to re-record it because there was too many drills and too many sounds and too much stuff going on outside. And this has been going on the whole week and a half that my back has been jacked up. So our top story today though is going to come from Arturia. Recently they just dropped the new Keylab Mk3. As many of you guys know, I did do a previous review on the Mk2 Essentials, so the Keylab Essential, but not the full Keylab Mk3. So I've had that one, I bought that one myself. I have this mini lab, as you guys know. Back there in the back, I have an Astrolab. So I have a lot of Arturia stuff, so you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna compare some of the stuff to their other keyboards and stuff like that, so you can know if it's something that you should upgrade or not. It's not gonna be a full review on the Keylab. I'm gonna hold that off for a future date. Since my back's been jacked up, I don't have the workspace in the other room where I normally film like top-down views and all that other stuff, so it's kind of janky here, and I can't do like a lot of stuff in this space. I can't get the record that I want, but I do have a top-down view, so as you can see, this is what this thing looks like in all its glory. To me, the thing is built tough. It is heavy like a synthesizer, so it's not like your typical MIDI keyboard where it's all light and stuff like that. With this, you can do so much. I'm just gonna kind of show you guys some of the features and some of the things that I do like in this video today. So let's go ahead and start off. When you open this thing up, it's gonna have a screen similar to this. This isn't the startup screen, this is the program screen, but you can go through your DAW, and so that's gonna let you play stuff through your DAW. You can push program again, and then you can come back to Arturia, and then it has user setups, and you can set up more user setups as you like. So let's go ahead and go to Arturia. Boom, and as you see there, it's got the American Home Grand pulled up. On my analog labs, as you can see on the computer, that is what I currently have pulled up. So boom, it's giving you the visualization on this. And then again, if we look at the screen, again, it's giving you, everything on there. So what's cool about this is you don't have to worry about dialing in any of this stuff. It's already ready to go. So like if I was to turn one of these knobs, it's going to control the brightness. And you can see right here on the screen, it's telling me the brightness. Now let's go back to the computer. Now, as we look at the computer, I am turning the screen, although y'all can't see it, and it's doing the same thing there. And now I'm gonna move the slider while I'm still on the screen, and you see how it's moving everything, so that's pretty cool. Then another thing that's cool about this is like normally, if you wanna check a slider, but you're not really sure where it's at, and you don't really wanna turn it, you don't know what the value is. Well, in this, you can push down like this, boom, you see it's telling me the value. The same with the faders. It's telling me the values. So anything that I push down on, it's gonna tell me the values. And as I'm looking at the keyboard versus the computer screen, if I was to not be sure exactly what the sound is, when I push down on this encoder right here, it's telling me that's the delay, that's the chorus, and that's the parametric EQ. So let's go ahead and just play a chord. All right, so now again, what's dope about this is you can control everything in that piano with this. So you can see on the screen right now, it's telling me that the chorus mix is 0. But I can just come in here and I can fix the chorus mix really easy. And it's all routed and everything like that. So I think that that's a super solid feature in this keyboard. Another thing that I absolutely love about this keyboard are these pads. These pads feel amazing. Sorry, I don't have any drums hooked up right now because it's not the full demonstration. But with this, again, the same thing. It's telling you the velocity of the pads when you're hitting them. And as you can see there, you can watch as I'm letting go of the velocity, so it does have aftertouch on it. So that's a pretty cool feature right there as well. You also got chord mode, so you can hit chord mode, turn that bad boy on, and then you can go through the different options. Again, I'm not gonna do all that today because I have a bunch to talk about. Next to that, you have scale mode, so you can turn on whatever scale you want. And then you also have an arpeggiator mode. So boom, you can push this art mode. And then you can go through the different modes and you can find different arpeggiations and stuff like that that you like. It's really easy to go through different sounds. Again, you could just scroll and it doesn't click onto the next sound until you push down. So boom, now we've got a new sound. So we'll turn off the art mode for a second. We can go to different sounds and stuff. So you know what I'm saying? You can play different stuff in there just like that, which is pretty solid. It's really nice. The encoders feel really good to me. The faders feel really good to me. This little knob is cool. It is kind of plastic, even though it looks metal. And then over here, these controls are plastic as well and not metal. So with this Keylab, I also want to mention that you're going to get some really solid software with this thing. So you're going to get Analog Lab Pro. You're gonna get Mini V, you're gonna get Augmented Strings, you're gonna get Piano V, and I use all of these plugins. These are like the 4 plugins I use the most in the analog collections. I'm not even saying that to cap. Like this Mini V, I always use this for my bass. You already know I use Analog Lab Pro all the time. Piano V is the piano plugin that I use every single day, and Augmented Strings is the string plugin that I use. So I feel like you're getting a great value here because this is 200 bucks. And then singly, these are like 50 bucks or so each, or 100 bucks each. So, you know, look at it when they go on sale, they're 150 or whatever. But let's say you're getting $350, $500 worth of plugins. These are plugins you're actually going to use. Pretty solid keyboard to me, in my personal opinion. I've seen a lot of information on the internet, or a lot of people talking about the keyboard like there's not enough new features, or there's not enough new this, or there's not enough new that. Well, my response to that would be, not everything is for you. You know what I'm saying? So if you have a Mark II, you might not need this. But a new musician is born every single day, and that new musician is eventually going to need a MIDI keyboard. So it's good for Arturia to continue to upgrade and upgrade and upgrade so that the next person who needs something can get a quality keyboard. If you wanted to upgrade, fine. But if you don't want to upgrade, don't be mad at them because they didn't put all the features that you want in there, or you don't even have the solution to the features that they should put in there, you know? So another complaint was about the key bed. But for me, the key bed feels really good. Like, it's real good. It's a nice key bed. Like, this key bed feels as good as the key bed on my ASM Hydrosynth, which is a $1,200 synthesizer, and the same as my Sequential Take 5, which is like a $1,400 synthesizer. So realistically, for like a $500 board, you can't really expect to have keys that are gonna be better than, you know, synthesizers that cost 3 times the amount or over twice the amount. All right, guys, and you can currently get this thing over at Zounds. I always recommend Zounds because it's a great place for musicians to get gear, especially if you're low on your funds, because you might be able to get it without a credit check. And what do you know? You can actually get this Arturia Keylab 49 right now without a credit check, and you can set up payment plans for $74 a month. If you wanted the 61 key version, you can also get that one right here for no credit checks for $91.50 a month. The price of the 61 key is $549, and then the price of the 49 key is $449. All right, guys, and the next story that I have for you guys today comes from Native Instruments. It looks like Komplete 15 is now available for pre-order. So let's go ahead and take a look here over at the story. So as you see here, Komplete 15, whatever sound your music needs, whether you're crafting goosebump inducing scores, we're not going to read all that today, but it does look like they've got a bunch of new stuff going on there. And if you do pre-order right now, you get Neutron 4 for free. So that's pretty solid right there. Not the Elements version, but the full version. So that's pretty solid. But they've got some new stuff going on in here. So as you see, they've got this new phrases tool. They've got this new chords tool. They've revamped Massive. They've got a bunch of new libraries for Contact. Contact 8 looks fire. So matter of fact, let's go ahead and come on over here to Native Instruments video on this, and let's take a look here at the video. I think this Kithara is one of the new libraries. I think so, but let's go ahead and continue checking this out. I think all these are new. This is gonna be fire with Alicia Keys, this chord tool. That's gonna be really fire. And then the fact that they have a phrases tool is pretty solid too. I know like in hip hop and trap right now, they're doing a lot of stuff with phrases. They're making a lot of sound kits and doing stuff. So this might be something that's pretty solid, you know, for a lot of you producers out there. Hey, we love free, right? Let's go. Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys, Contact to me looks super dope. So let's go ahead and hop back over to the site and take a look a little bit more. So here are some of the key highlights of Komplete 15. So as you'll see here, Contact 8, the latest version of Contact, introduces fresh additions designed to inspire. New chords and phrases tool offers smart features to quickly spark ideas and can be paired with your favorite Contact instruments to unlock new creative possibilities. Meanwhile, Leap opens up a whole world of looping and experimentation and conflux. A new hybrid instrument using enhanced wavetable features allows you to modulate organic and synth-based sounds in real time. So this looks solid. I don't want to hear anybody complain about Contact, because I know last year y'all complained about Contact. Y'all said it just had a facelift. Well, it looks like they added a bunch of different tools in here to make Contact even more dope. So if you have a bunch of different libraries, it might be something that you might want to take a look into. As we see here, it looks like they kind of changed up Massive a little bit, so it looks a little bit different. She looked pretty. She looked real pretty. Massive X, rethought, rewired, and reincarnated for the next decade of sound. Massive X lets you create any sound imaginable. This next generation polyphonic wavetable synthesizer comes loaded with bass, pad, leads, and special effect presets, and has all you need to craft your own from scratch. Guitar Rig Pro 7, it looks like they've added 100 new rack presets, so that's something that's solid too. I use Guitar Pro Rig all the time, or Guitar Rig Pro all the time. It looks like they made a few different things, updates to Ozone 11 standard, but here's what's new in Komplete 15. So they've got Kithara, which is a cinematic collection of guitars and plucked string instruments, so that's pretty solid. They've got this Fables, weave stories through sound with an immersive cinematic ensemble library for scoring and production. We've got Valves Pro, soft and evolving trombone, flugelhorns, French horns, tubas, and I'm not even sure what that sound is, but I'm pretty sure it's solid. And then we got Vocal Colors. So Vocal Colors is an expressive vocal engine that infuses the emotion of human voice and inventive modulation features. As we see here, we got Schema, Dark and Light. I've done a review on these before, but they're pretty solid plugins. You can check that out. I think I did a news report on those. We got Action Woodwinds, a true-to-life sound of full orchestral woodwind ensemble with a vast range of phrases and articulations, and then some of the other plugins that have come out this year already, like the Alicia's Electric Keys, Acoustic Sunburst Deluxe, Upright Bass. I've talked about all these on my channel, so you can just Google on my channel and you can get a sound demo on all those if you want to hear them. The same with Session Percussionist, more expansion packs and Play Series instruments, yada, yada, yada. So you can pre-order today. I'll just go ahead and go through the prices for you guys real quick. So the prices on this, the standard version of Komplete is $599, but if you were to update, it would be $199. So if you already have Komplete, a version of that, you can update for the $199. If you were interested in the Komplete 15 Ultimate, the full version cost $11.99, while the update is $3.99. And then when we're looking at the Komplete 15 Collector's Edition, it is $17.99 for the full version, but the update is $4.99. I'm just letting you know I have the Komplete Collector's Edition, So your upgrade price might be different than mine. So I would recommend checking that out and just don't assume that it's going to be that, but it's probably going to be something low if you were interested in upgrading. And the third story that I have for you guys today is another MIDI controller that has just come out. It looks like Novation saw Arturia drop the new Keylab and was like, hold my beer. So it looks like Novation just dropped the Launchkey Mk4. Let's go ahead and take a look at this story here on SOS Sound on Sound. I don't have this keyboard, so I can't give you guys a demonstration, but I can read what they kind of talked about as they demoed it. So what's new? Novation say that the controllers have been re-engineered to look, feel, and play like an instrument and now include a whole host of new capabilities. That other significant improvements over the predecessors, a new built-in arpeggiator, is joined by 3 chord modes, fixed chords, user chords, and chord maps, designed to assist in creating musical progressions, and a chord detector that displays the chord currently being played on the device's OLED screen, while a scale mode makes it possible to lock the notes on the keyboard to a user-defined key. There's also a split function that allows the keyboard to be split into 2 independent zones and layer functions that allow 2 MIDI channels to be played simultaneously from the same keys. That's kind of solid. The range comprises of the 6 following models. So you have the Launchkey 61, you have the Launchkey 49, you have the Launchkey 37, you have the Launchkey 25, you have the Launchkey Mini 37, then you have the Launchkey Mini 25. So you know what I think is funny? Is that it's like it says Launchkey 61, and then it's like 61 full-size semi-weighted. Bro, we know. You know what I'm saying? Like we know. We know, I guess some semi-weighted, some aren't. So I guess I won't knock them for that. But I was like, we know there's 61 keys, fam. So then next we see all models are equipped with 16 Launchpad style velocity sensitive pads that boast polyphonic aftertouch and benefit from a patented design that promises increased responsiveness over standard pads. 8 encoders offer hands-on control over DAW mixers, virtual instruments, and plugins. And those who opt for the 49 or 61 key models also benefit from the addition of 9 faders. The included software in this is going to be Clevgird plugins such as Lux, Roverb, and Slammer, and software instruments including GeForce, Oberheim SEM, OBEZ, and Access. Orchestral Tools Parallel Orchestra bundle combines the renowned sample libraries developers Inspire 2 and Time Macro collections. So you can grab this over at Zounds. You already know what I'm gonna say. I love me some Zounds. You can get this without a credit check. So if you're looking at the 49 key, it's $249. Bam, you can get that with no credit check. If you're looking for the 61 key, bam, you can get that with no credit check. If you're looking for the 37 key, bam, no credit check. And the same with the 25, bam, no credit check. The next story I have for you guys is going to excite a lot of you guys out there. It looks like KV331 has updated and they have a new version of Synthmaster called Synthmaster 3. Let's go ahead and take a look at the story. So after many years of hard work, KV331 Audio has finally released Synthmaster 3. A modular, multi-layered architecture meets new oscillators, effects, and features. So I would play this, but there's not really a lot of sound demos. He's just talking, but you guys can check this out online. So as many of y'all may know, a few times a year, they'll offer Synthmaster Player 2 for free. So maybe they'll offer a free version of Synthmaster 3 as well a few times a year. Fans of the KV331 Audio Synthmaster have had to wait a long time for the plugin to tick over from version 2 to 3, but it has finally happened. Said to have been developed for many years, this revised edition of the company's flagship instrument has a new modular architecture that enables you to work across 16 layers per plugin instance, with each layer containing up to 16 modules, 32 modulation sources, and 6 insert effects. That's solid. There's 900 new factory presets, and Synthmaster 3 can also load presets from both Synthmaster 1 and Synthmaster 2. On the oscillator side, there's a new granular and V analog modules, while the effects section has been bolstered by a wave shaper and 3 new types of filters, phaser, format, and comb. Oscillator unison is now an option in the basic wavetable granular and V analog generators, and there are new oscillator noise types, so that's nice. Other enhancements include a new version of Synthmaster 2's key scaler, now simply known as Scalar. I don't know how plugin boutique's gonna feel about you calling their chord stuff Scalar. That name is already taken, fam. A noise LFO, separate ARP sequencers for each layer, and per step ARP sequencer randomization. Each layer can have its own MIDI output channel too, so ARP and sequencer patterns can be sent to different tracks in your DAW. There's our new waveform, wavetable, and multi-sample editors, and the 3 view types enable you to edit parameters for a single layer, multiple layers, or in a mixed view that offers access to insert and send effects parameters for multiple layers. Synthmaster is currently on sale with for intro price of $125, but the price will raise to $179 eventually. All right, guys, I guess that's what I got for you guys in today's newscast. Hopefully I could help you guys out. I'll have a freebies video for you guys here sometime this weekend. Got some more content coming for you guys, no worries. So make sure if you guys do like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see it. Appreciate you guys' time as always. Signing off as your Anchorman. Something. Hit the keys. Until next time, peace.
Some, hit the keys.